Listeners, off and running with the Geekin Out podcast, eh?
Hey, what's been going on,
How's
eh?
it going, eh?
You're almost late today,
Well, almost. I mean, you got me beat on 3-1, so.
True. That's true. Yeah, so,
Of course, I was coming home from work, that thing I have to do to make money.
True. True. A lot of people like work. No, they don't.
I don't mind work. I just mind that I have to stay there for 7 hours.
I just have to do it. That's the part that I don't like. If they just, pay me to not do it, it'd be great.
Yeah, I don't mind showing up. Just staying that 7 hours is bullshit. So let's get right into the Geeking Out reviews.
Yes, Geeking Out reviews. That one. Oh, yeah.
Yay!
I thought I had this.
So, Dutton Ranch, episode 9, and we're going to do a full recap of the season 1. What did you think of this first season and how it went down?
I actually really liked the first season. It had the drama at the end, of course. I don't know how much we're gonna say on it, but it did have that drama at the end, which I did like. It sets it up for at least 1 or 2 more seasons, is how they ended it. It's I knew I was gonna say something. Sorry. Yeah, I've been just enjoying it. I think that was a really good season. I think I will continue watching it once they come up with new ones, of course.
Yeah, I did like the season. However, it kind of felt like something was off in the last couple episodes. Kind of felt rushed.
I agree. I agree with that. It did feel rushed, but I
Also,
do think that they're gonna be there's gonna be a second season for sure.
oh yeah, they're definitely going for a second season. The other thing is, I was trying to figure out how they found out where the boy was in the last episode, and the only guess I have is they followed the granddaughter, and she was with him, and it's either that or she told him. But why would she tell him?
Yeah.
Like that kind of didn't make sense to me. But yeah, it was a really good season. It felt more like Yellowstone than the Marshall show. I am hoping they're going to start the 4/6s show up at some point, but who knows what's going on with that.
Yeah, they'll get there.
Were you able to get any viewing of the X-Men 97? I watched at least 1 through 4.
I watched the first one. I'll have the rest of them. I ended up going for a nap today because that was the time I was gonna watch them. I would have had enough time to watch all 3 or all 4 of them again.
Well, 1 through 3 came out on the first, and then the 4 episode 4 came out on the 7th. I believe there's another episode tomorrow. Sorry, on the 8th, and then there's another episode on the tomorrow. I am liking the series. I am liking how they're trying to treat it like Days of Future Past / Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, I think that
see.
Just seeing the last season was like it made it really good. So I mean, they can't go wrong. They did an amazing job. So I can't imagine that this is going to be any worse. It'll be better for sure.
I am seeing a lot of people are liking it because it does feel like the old X-Men cartoon, the old X-Men animated series. But some people are upset because they're kind of like they're vocalization and their vocabulary is kind of dumbed down, but it was made for kids in the beginning. Why wouldn't it be dumbed down like it was dumbed down back then? Why wouldn't it be dumbed down now? I mean, I don't really understand that, but that's just me.
Well, we were done back then, so.
Well, the kids loved it. I love it now. I don't care about like the vocabulary if they're not using big words that a lot of people probably don't understand anyway. So why not kind of dumb it down a little?
Yep, I agree. I agree with you.
Were you able to watch the last two episodes of the House of the Dragon?
No, that I did not get to watch at all. I tried.
Oh.
I tried to get it in, and I just didn't have time this week. If I have time at work, I just don't have access at work. I'd have to.
What you can do is bring a tablet like I do, and then turn your phone into a Wi-Fi hotspot and watch it off the tablet.
Oh, my tablet has its own thing.
Oh, there you go.
I come prepared.
I mean, that's what I usually do when I'm bored at work. I'll throw something on just to have it as background noise while I'm either working on a 3D print or a design on Photoshop or something. I'm always having something play either in the background on YouTube or trying to get the show notes ready. I'll have something on the background. But we're going to go into it anyway. House of the Dragon, season 3, episode 3. Rhaenyra is slowly losing her mind. Especially with the fact that the mice and the rats are still all over the place because the rat catchers got, well, killed.
Dismembered.
You are introduced to a new villain who is Orman Hightower, which is, I believe, Alicent's cousin. Orman is also looking over Alicent Hightower's youngest child and gave a fake child to Daemon. And even in the episode, the dragon's looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy? So, yeah, they gave him a fake kid, and they didn't realize until like halfway into the episode when Alicent's like, yeah, that's not my kid. And then
I think you'd recognize your own kid. So are they related to the High Towers of current day from Police Academy?
Yeah, no. I doubt it. Also, I believe the Hand of the King asked Rhaenyra to legitimize her two sons, which I believe she refused, which really pissed off the Hand of the King. Cannot remember his name. Corlys.
Yeah, Corlys, you're right.
And then he kind of got really upset because, well, she kind of legitimized her two bastards, but she won't legitimize his. Alicent suggested that declaring Aegon dead would make her speed along her acceptance as queen, as the High Septon refuses to anoint her as queen in front of everybody, like she did with her brother Aegon. What was the other?
Bitches be tripping.
Daemon knights Addam, Hugh, and Ulf. And Rhaenyra does not legitimize Addam as a as Corlys's son. She names him as of Hall, which would mean he's a bastard.
Yeah.
Daemon unsuccessfully urges Rhaenyra to seize the world using the dragons. However, she wants to address the small folk and distributes food with Mysaria, her her lady friend. Let's put it that way. Rhaenyra allows Alicent to see the son, which is not actually her son, and that's where they reveal that they did a kid switch there. And Dragon Keeper informs Rhaenyra that Ormond has seized the town of Tumbleton, which is just outside the walls of King's Landing. That pretty much ended up episode 3. Episode 4, Rhaenyra is still dealing with the death of her son, having to run a kingdom without being announced as queen by the High Septon, controlled by Oldtown and the Hightowers. She's urged not to do away with the High Septon altogether because that's kind of, I mean, without a religion, you don't really have all that much to look to for guidance.
Yeah.
Hightower soldiers harass Tumbleton small folk, which includes one of the dragon riders' wives. However, a soldier is punished for abusing one of the wives, the one wife of the dragon rider. I believe that was not. I believe it was Addam's wife. She went to Tumbleton right after, I believe, right after all the food left King's Landing. That way, her and her daughter can get better. King Aemon, or the now declared dead King Aemon, had to humiliate himself to clean the latrines and whatnot in the one town that is now taken over by refugees and whatnot in Rook's Rest. Mysaria and Rhaenyra are making Torrhen Master of Coin. If you do recognize this person, he was in a few shows, including a couple movies. He was in that one, all of the Fantastic Beasts movies. I believe he was the Muggle in the Fantastic Beasts movies. And I believe he was in Fanboys. He was a really big character in Fanboys.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Daemon receives the gold from Janine in the Vale, and then his dragon decides, hey, let's go see what's in that cave over there. But the dragon, I believe, sends the other dragon's sheep stealer, and then Daemon realizes that his daughter Rhaenyra was I cannot pronounce it. Rhaenyra was riding sheep stealer. She asks her father to just pretend she doesn't exist or she died at sea. And Daemon brought the head of a sheep herder, saying that was the rider of sheep stealer. At the end of the episode, Alicent discovers that Helena is pregnant. If you remember, she did start the I believe season 2 with only 2 children, and in the book she had 3. So that is the reviews of Dutton Ranch, X-Men, and House of the Dragon.
Excellent. So what are we at now? Oh, I don't want to do the next part.
What, Geek News?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple sad
Geek
parts of Geek
News. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have a couple well-renowned actors who have passed. We don't usually do this that often. However, Sam Neill was a very well-renowned actor, not just in Jurassic Park, but in a lot of other movies. I remember him from Jurassic Park, and I believe The Invisible Man with Chevy Chase. However, he's most well known for Jurassic Park. Unfortunately, he died at the age of 78.
Yeah.
Get that hat out of
Unfortunately.
there.
I know, I'm getting it.
And I cannot pronounce her name. Namshun Ji.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Also passed away at the age of 75. I remember her from Daredevil and The Defenders. However,
That's
she's
who it
played
was.
in so many other roles.
Yeah, I did recognize her. I feel stupid now that I didn't realize who she was till right this second.
Yeah, she was one of the fingers of the hand when she played in The Defenders.
Yeah.
She played that role so well, and even Kingpin in that series was afraid of her. So you know she was a very renowned villain in the series. They will be missed.
Yep, she's from Hong Kong.
Yes. In other news,
I may have jumped ahead a tiny bit.
Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Oh, sorry. You did have one more piece in there, by the way, before we go on to this one. We didn't have a...
Sorry. Yeah, that is a little bit more recent. The Nova movie is in pre-production. I did see a little bit of a couple rumors that I believe Steve Harrington from Stranger Things might be playing Nova. However, that is not confirmed yet. That is only a rumor. However, the Nova movie or show, I'm not exactly sure if they're going to make this a Disney Plus show or if it's going to be a movie. But Nova is in pre-production. I want to guess this is going to happen after Secret Wars, and well, definitely after Doomsday, but after Secret Wars. Now getting to Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. According to Lord and Miller, they're deep in it, and hopefully we will get to their movie deadline. I believe it comes out next year. Just want to see the exact date here. June 18th next year. So we're less than a year away from seeing the conclusion of the Spider-Verse movies featuring Miles Morales and the other Spider-Folk. I'm very excited for this as a Spider-Ham cosplayer, as well as Into the Spider-Verse is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. I always loved the soundtrack as well as how they put the story together with Miles Morales. Now, my theory with this is Beyond the Spider-Verse kind of means they're going to launch Miles Morales into live action, and that will be Sony Spider-Man, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, when he passes, Miles may take over. That's my theory. That's not, I didn't hear this from Lord Miller. I didn't hear this from Kevin Feige. I don't have them on the phone. That's just my theory, and I'm sticking to it. But it is a very good theory.
Yeah, I think that they're going to do it smarter. They're not going to have they're going to make it time based between when he dies and when Morales takes over, kind of like in the Euro universe.
I think what might happen is
Because
Sony
he's from
do
2099, right?
No.
Morales.
Miles is not from 2099. Spider-Man 2099 is from 2099.
Which one's that?
Miles is just from a different universe.
Oh, okay. I thought he was from
Parker.
2099. I don't know why.
No. That would be the vampire guy. That's 2099.
Oh, yes.
Spider.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I like that one.
Yeah, so I believe I want to say in the comics, Miles Morales takes over from Peter Parker, like in the movie, because Peter Parker passes away. And then in the comics as well, he gets brought into the 616 when they do away with all the other universes, the Ultimate Universe and the all the other universes. That's what might happen. That's what I think should happen, is Sony should use Miles Morales as their own Spider-Man and then develop him in his own pocket universe. And then when Tom Holland no longer wants to be Spider-Man, Marvel / the MCU can say, hey, let's use Miles now, and then bring him into the 616.
True. That does sound pretty good.
Like I said, that's just a theory, but it's a good idea as well. Let's move along to the DC universe. Supergirl braces for a $100 million loss. To me, the movie was a good movie. It wasn't the greatest of all time, but it was still a good movie. I can see where they were going with that. I can see what they're trying to do, and I think they could use this to their advantage. I believe Incredible Hulk didn't flop, but it wasn't the best movie in the MCU as either. And the MCU kept moving right along to Endgame. So Supergirl flopping this hard isn't going to kill the DCU, but it doesn't really help it as well. Their next movie should help along. I believe that's going to be Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
Yes, I believe you're right.
That should be great. James Gunn is directing again. I believe he wrote it as well. So here's hoping that DCU will survive.
I kind of want them to do a Darkest Day.
Well, they are doing Lantern, so
yes, the release date for that. I was gonna add this or message you about this, but I forgot. I know it's not too far off. Lantern TV release
August 2026. It didn't give me a full.
Yeah, it's called Lanterns. It says 2026.
Yeah, August
16th.
They didn't. Oh, okay.
IMDb has it down.
it should be a great series if they treat it as any other HBO series. So I'm hoping that this will help the DCU move along with its story. According to James Gunn, each movie is a pocket story within the universe, or it's not. It is all connected, but it's also not a fluid story, kind of what the MCU is. So, like, each movie happens right after the other, or a couple years after the other. However, it does happen, I believe, continuously. I am excited for Lanterns. That will be a great show. I believe House of the Dragon will be just about over by then, so that'll be another great show to watch. Especially the fact that HBO is known for their great dramas, and this does look like one of them.
Yeah, just watching the trailer here, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, from what it looks like a passing of the torch from Hal Jordan to Jon Stewart. So,
yeah, which
and if anyone,
it's weird that they're doing it like
sorry,
this. I don't like that they're doing it like this way. I know he did take over technically when Hal stepped down the first time. Stewart took over, then he came back, and I know he keeps on coming back, but it's a TV series, so they can do
well,
whatever they want with it.
it is. It's not necessarily an origin story, but it is a good. Hopefully, it's an origin story, at least for Jon Stewart. You did see the one lantern that was in the Superman movie,
Mm-hmm.
and he did cameo in Peacemaker as well.
Oh yeah. That should be coming out a couple months, isn't it? Or is that next year?
Peacemaker?
Yeah. No, I think it's next year.
I don't think they're going for another season of that. I think Peacemaker is done until they can figure it out. Figure out what the DCU is. I mean,
No,
they
that's
left
true.
them on a big cliffhanger. So,
Well, that's what I'm saying. There should be at least one more season.
oh yeah, they need to fix whatever cliffhanger they left them on in some other world. So, moving right along to Star Trek.
Dun, dun, dun.
Star Trek: The Voyage Home, the best Star Trek movie they actually made, besides the 2019 Star Trek reboot, is returning to cinemas for the 40th anniversary. That might have actually already passed. I'm not exactly sure.
It said July
I haven't got
3rd.
any.
It was updated July 3rd. This September.
Okay, so this September is the
And
40th anniversary of Voyage Home.
yeah, UK
And they do play
theaters.
on.
That's all it says.
Well, our friends over the pond can go see it.
Yep. Make sure you
I
sneak the
will
king on your
definitely
way.
rewatch that movie.
Hierarchies.
That was probably one of my favorites. One of my favorite, definitely one of my favorite Star Trek movies. Them going back in time, saving whales. It was definitely like a great fish out of water type story.
Yeah. Yep. It wasn't too bad. I don't watch Star Trek too much, but I do remember watching this one.
And our next story is Robert Downey Jr. Shared a little trinket tidbit of
Poster art.
Avengers Doomsday. So I believe Doom will be
Oh,
playing
there it
chess
is.
as everyone else is going to be trying to play checkers.
Did they say how that he got how he turned into Doomsday?
Doom. I do not know.
Sorry,
I don't know if he's supposed to be a part of the Fantastic Four universe or if he has his own universe. I do know that they plan on visiting his universe within the movie, whether like it tells the story of how he became Doom or why he's doing this.
Yeah, we'll figure. I mean, they're gonna tell us why he's doing it for sure. You know, they're not gonna leave that out.
Now, did we have any video game news?
There's really only one video game news. Right here.
One video game news.
So there's more, but none are big stories. This is the big story, though.
The big story.
The big story, because supposedly they're the first ones to do it, and people are more okay with it than when the Switch did it, and they want to go digital only. Sony just announced that in 2028, January 2028, all games releasing for PlayStation will be digital only.
Which probably will piss off a lot of gamers.
Yep, but Sony's also, if you look at their stock, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually the last place right now. They're not doing too good, PlayStation. But they've been doing this the whole time with the digital stuff and not releasing the regular copy with like B-class games or like the indie games they release on it. They've been doing it for a long time. They're updating their status. Like I wasn't mad at Xbox when they started doing that. I wasn't mad at the Switch when Nintendo when they started doing it on the Switch. Doesn't matter. You don't want it. If you want the thing, don't buy the game in general.
It matters to a point because like they just had a big controversy on licensing and they lost the license to a whole bunch of movies.
Yep.
And everybody who bought those movies, well, now you don't own them anymore because PlayStation lost the license. This goes back to the old tale of time. Like if you have the disc, you could play it anytime you want. But if you have it digitally, it's whenever these guys decide, hey, we don't want that anymore, you don't have the game anymore.
Yes, sir. That is part of the argument.
I do like the digital style as well as the disc style, depending on what game it is. I do like collecting the discs and as well as like all the artifacts that come with the discs. RDR2 had a map. Grand Theft Auto had maps. There are some benefits of getting the disc version as opposed to just digital. They might come out with like box sets without the game, of course, but like you'll probably get a code to get the game.
Yeah. A lot of the collectors want that shelf space too. They want that game on the shelf.
Right. I mean, I have a lot of games. Some of them one of the games I just bought, which I believe was at CK Expo, was Batman Origins, and for some reason it's not working. So now I don't know if it's my PS3 not working or it's the game. So I may have to get another copy.
You know you're 2 behind, right? Just saying.
What?
PlayStations.
No, I have a PS3, I have a PS4, and a PS5. You can only play Batman Origins on PS3, and I wanted to go back and play it. Yeah.
I thought it was backwards.
If they remastered Batman Origins, I would play it on the PS5, but I don't think. I want to say that's Warner Brothers Montreal or something would have to redo it all, which right now Warner Brothers is under a lot more fire for doing something else. Well, it's more Paramount than Warner Brothers, but
yeah.
Moving right along.
Yes,
Two
sir.
are movies that turned 40.
No.
That's our top 10 list.
Movies that turn 40. Oops. I didn't mean to move you. No.
Don't move that
I
either.
got this, guys. I got it.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
We got it.
Movies that turned 40. Aliens. April Fool's Day.
I'm gonna
Big
say
Trouble in
I'm
Little
gonna
China.
I'm gonna guess that I haven't seen all of these. Most of them, though.
Oh, I know I haven't seen all of them. The ones that pretty much really keep in mind with me is Ferris Bueller, Karate Kid, Labyrinth, Martian Manhunter, the movie we just spoke about, Star Trek 4. Let's see. Police Academy 3. I always love those movies. Short Circuit. I just rewatched that. It's on Netflix now. Top Gun, of course. The Fly. Iron Eagle. I believe those are the ones that really resonate with me that I watched more than my fair share. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
Gun, I probably was like on repeat all the time. When it was on TV, I would watch it. Police Academy 3, I probably watched it way more times than I should have. Labyrinth is big. My wife is a big fan of Labyrinth, so we've seen that multiple times. Um,
Yeah, so I'll go down the list. Aliens was good. April Fool's Day was actually pretty good. Big Trouble in Little China is pretty good. So I should, I could tell you the ones. It'd be quicker for me to tell you the ones I haven't seen. Black Moon Rising was actually a really good one if you ever want to watch a good movie. Blue Velvet's pretty good. Critters is awesome. Critters is one of those movies that you just have to watch. Fearless Bueller's Day Off. If you haven't watched it, you better watch it. Friday the 13th, Part 4. Part 6. Park 6. You have a
Part
typo.
6.
You have a typo. It says Park.
Oh, is it Part 4 or Part 6?
No, you have Part. You have Park
Oh,
6.
Park 6.
So that one was really good. All the Friday the 13th are really good. From Beyond was good. Karate Kid is just always good. Both of them were. Labyrinth was amazing. I love whatchamacallit in there. David Bowie. Manhunter
And
was
The
great.
Bulge.
Yep. Maximum Overdrive was actually really good. The Mosquito Coast I've never seen. Manhattan Project was really good. Name of the Rose I had never seen. No Retreat, No Surrender was really good. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was great. The Star Trek was pretty good. Platoon was amazing. I just watched that not long ago. All the police academies were good. It's not just 3. The Poltergeists were amazing. Pretty in Pink was really good. Psycho was really good. I don't know, but I don't remember if 3 was as good as the rest of them. But I know the first 2 were pretty good. Short Circuit and the second one were amazing. Stand By Me was one of those tearjerkers.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Yes, I watched that
that's where
a
they found
lot.
that kid dead. The guy dead.
Yep.
Cobra's really good. Top Gun, we've already talked about that in the past. Best of Times, I don't remember. Delta Force, I remember. I remember Delta Force being really good. Actually, I think that just came back out on Netflix not long ago. The Fly was good. The Hitcher is good. Gung Ho was awesome. Heartbreak Ridge was really good. Highlander is amazing, and I don't remember seeing Iron Eagle, but that seems like my type of movie. So I've seen like 90% of these.
Yeah, I've probably seen at least 90% of it at least once. The ones that resonated with me. Critters I did watch like at least once. I just felt it was like a knockoff of Gremlins.
It was.
Cobra, I know I've seen a couple times.
Gremlin should be in this list too, actually, isn't it?
Sorry?
Gremlin should be here too, isn't it? I don't think that was the 70s.
I don't think it's their 40th. Yeah. I think it was their 40th last year.
Oh yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
Because Critters came after Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Stand By Me, I do remember a lot, mostly because all four actors, like, they're pretty much well renowned, other than River Phoenix. But I mean, like, River went on to play Indiana Jones in Lost Crusade, and then I believe whatever. I'm not sure on the circumstances of his death, but then you got Will Wheaton went on to Star Trek fame, and then
a TV show.
a few TV shows.
Big Bang's the only one that matters.
Of course. And then Jerry O'Connell, of course, rose up to fame as well, and Corey Feldman.
Yeah. Corey Feldman had quite a few really good movies back here, like Goonies. He also did, oh my God, what's that other movie back in the 80s?
The Burbs. He did The Burbs. He did a lot of child acting in the
vampire movie.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, Lost Boys, yeah. And then there's also the Goonies.
Now, Short Circuit, I do have, as much of a fan I am, I do have a Johnny 5.
You could have printed that too, now. Yeah, I like Johnny 5. Is it? Okay. I need a Johnny 5.
I can look into getting one printed. But, yeah, those... Even remembering those movies just make me feel old.
That's true. Okay. So... Next,
we're gonna hop into our top 10.
Yeah,
or wrestling.
No, we'll go to top 10 because wrestling may. We have a little. We can talk about it for a tiny bit to hit our mark.
Yep.
That we want to get. So we'll go to top 10 first, if this doesn't take too long. And our top 10 news. Yay!
Top 10.
Sorry, top 10 list.
Movie.
Top 10 news.
These are our top 10 80s movies.
I mean, how does it look?
Starting.
I like how the changes.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with your top 10 when Harry met Sally.
Yeah,
I'll have what she's eating.
Yeah, that was actually one of the best ones in my opinion. Well, obviously I have 9 more that are higher, but that was one of the best ones. I've still watched that like multiple times since it came out. So I would definitely say that's one of the better movies that came out around that time. Your number 10 is a really good one too. It just made it off my list. Just didn't make it on my list. So, but yeah, E.T. is amazing, and I'll let you go into that one. I actually didn't put it on my list at all. So.
Yeah, E.T. was always a favorite of mine, especially the fact that, like, I kind of grew up with that movie. The ride at Universal is hilarious. You can give any name in E.T., you'll say it at the end of the ride. But that was a really good movie. I want to say that probably kind of like launched a lot of like Stand By Me, The Goonies. Like I think a lot of those movies like went to E.T. as an inspiration to go into their movies. Even more recent Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things had, everyone says it has a Goonies feel, but E.T. was the first to have like all the kids gang up and like help each other and help ET go home.
Yeah,
And
I can
like
see if they remade it,
by everyone think
them using 12. 12? Is that what her name is? I can see them using her for the girl
11.
for 11. Yeah, for the female role that's in there. I can see them using her
Right.
for that.
Yeah. Your number 9, Dead Poet Society. I forgot that was in the 80s. It was one of my favorite Robin Williams movies. He is a big inspiration in my life, especially recently with like a lot of his. It's more his comedy than his acting,
Yeah.
though. Like his acting, you can you can't really tell he's acting. Him like he you just give him a role, just say go play and he'll do it. But like Dead Poet Society and what was the Goodwill Hunting
Oh, Goodwill Hunting was
were
amazing.
phenomenal roles, and for him just being I don't want to say soft, but a drama role. But he also was a little bit funny in Dead Poet Society. He pushed the boys to do what they wanted to do instead of what they should do.
Yeah. Yep. Your number 9 is my number 3. Do you want to go over it now, or do you want to wait till after?
We can go right now and then skip your 3, I guess. Yeah, the Goonies. Yeah, that resonated with me way more than it should have. Um, like while watching that movie, I always feel like a Goonie. Like I said, a lot of Stranger Things took a lot from the Goonies, as well as like I believe that new Star Wars show that just came out. Um, oh, that's gonna bug me now. There's a new Star Wars show that just came out, and it felt like Goonies in space. Uh,
I should remember this one too.
Not Mandalorian. So good. Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, I should.
That one felt like Goonies in space or ET in space, considering there was lots of aliens. But yeah, the Goonies, you you can always put that on and like bring yourself back to the 80s.
Yeah, I have it so low on my list because I remember watching it 1,000 times as a kid, but um, that was one of the first movies that actually pulled you into believing that you were one of them. Especially if
Right.
you were the kid that got like picked on in school, which I'm pretty sure you were also. Um,
Oh yeah.
so we kind of went through this, and that's kind of how it came to some of us. It was just like they were being bullied, and that's what we're used to. Like our bullying was to different extents, but if still you're a bully, sorry, you're being bullied, and you felt like they were the people. Like that was a movie to watch if you wanted to feel okay, I guess. Because Data was that geek that built things. Like it's
Yeah, he was the nerd who built things. Mouth was the one who talked too much and got himself into trouble with his mouth. Chunk was the chubby kid.
shuffle, shuffle,
Um,
do it.
Sean Astin's character, which
He had the best character.
Mikey,
Mikey, yeah,
right?
he had the best character because um he was bullied. It wasn't as bad as the other ones, but I mean, he's not bullied, but you know what I mean. Um, his character felt like that could have been us.
Right. And then, of course, the big brother, Josh Brolin.
I can't believe I
Also,
forgot his name.
he was also bullied by like the preppy kids,
And by his
but
brother.
and by his brother and his friends.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
your number 8 is Big.
Oh yeah. I love that machine. I see it all the time and I just don't want to play it. You ever walk through somewhere and see that machine sitting around? It's like, yeah, I'm not touching that thing. And you know it's a movie, but still, you just don't want to touch it. You're like, I like it. You can stay there. You can stay there. That's your place. But yeah, that movie was really good. I really enjoyed that with
Tom Hanks.
yeah, Tom Hanks. I can't believe I forgot his name. That was
And the piano scene.
yeah, yeah. The piano scene was awesome. I know they have redone it in other movies since, but that was a classic. That was one of the best ones. And your number 8 is a duel. Same with your next one. Beverly Hill Cops 1 and 2. Did they both come
Yeah,
out?
a lot of
They
mine
both
are
came out in the
dual
80s?
because I can't. Yes, both of them. 1 and 2 were. 3 was in the 90s, and then 4 just recently came out.
Yeah.
But I can't really, like, 2 for me was a little bit better than 1, but 1 launched it, so you can't say one's better than the other. Same with, like, Short Circuit. Like, you can't say one's better than the other, but, like, Beverly Hills Cop, I love watching. My wife hates the music in it, but I just love watching it because it's not really a fish out of water scene. It's like, how can Eddie Murphy act his way out of something?
Yeah. Yeah. He was really good in that, in my opinion.
Um, the rumor is he did Beverly Hills Cop. The reason why he was not in Ghostbusters 1 is because he did Beverly Hills Cop. To me, it was probably a better option. He was like the star in that movie instead of being a co-star, and he did amazing in that movie. Going to your number 7, which is also my number 3, so we'll talk about it. Number 7's Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, this is one you can't leave off the top if you were, especially if you're alive through the 80s. That was one of the big ones that you just had to watch. There was so much for. I guess we kind of watched it more as teenagers, like in the 90s, than what we did when it first came out. But um, you just can't leave that off your list. That was one of the best ones.
I do love how like Marvel did take a couple things out of Ferris Bueller, especially like the end scene credit of Deadpool. He pretty much stole that right from Ferris Bueller,
Yep.
like in the robe. And then in, I believe, Homecoming for Spider-Man, they stole the running through the bushes and stuff, running through the backyards. That was from Ferris Bueller. And I believe you see the Ferris Bueller movie in the background.
Yeah, you do.
And to me, like when you see that, I'm like, oh my God, they had to steal that scene. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite John Hughes movies. He did amazing in making that movie. So you're number 7, and we're gonna go to.
Your numbers. Oh, we'll skip your.
Let's
We'll skip
let's
your
go
number
to
6.
number 5.
6. My number 6.
Sorry, 6. Yeah, we're gonna skip my number 6 because it's your number 1.
Yeah. So my number
So
6
let's go to
is Beetlejuice.
let's go your
Beetlejuice. It's like that's one of those ones that you
not
just don't
supposed
want
to
to say
say
it
it
three
3
times.
times.
Yeah, you just don't want to say it 3 times. I thought that was one of the good movies. It had a really good soundtrack. They did a really good job. I keep on saying really. They did a good job with like music. They did a good job with everything in this movie. This movie is probably one of the top movies for anyone that was alive in that time. And it's not because it's like a good movie. It's because it's a classic, and you knew right away that it was going to be a classic when you first watched it. And
Agreed.
you got to listen to Banana Boat.
um,
Day-o.
Beetlejuice isn't on my list mostly because, like, as a geek growing up, my list kind of tells the tale on how much of a geek I really am. Even Ferris Bueller, like, to me, that was like just him playing the system. But yeah, Beetlejuice was one of my favorites. I would have to say it would be on my honorable mentions. There are a lot of 80s movies that I always forget to put in there, but I would put that in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, yeah. It had to be in my list
So
because
we're
I've
gonna
watched it
go
so many
to
times. So you're number
we're
5.
gonna jump to my number 5, which also is your number 5,
Yep.
which is really weird. To me, it's the whole trilogy, not just the first movie. All 3 movies came out in the 80s, and was it's probably one of the best trilogies that came out of the 80s, other than Indiana Jones, of course. Um, and it that whole movie line flowed. It flowed, especially 2 into 3, but 1 into 2 flowed just as well because, like, number 2 starts right when number 1 ends, and then number 3 pretty much starts right when number 2 ends. It just like went all in, like you felt like you're living out one day of Marty McFly's life,
Yep.
time traveling. I don't even know when this guy slept. But yeah, I always loved the Back to the Future trilogy. I have a bunch of versions of Lego versions and Hot Wheel versions of the DeLorean. It's probably one of my favorite movie. I believe it's one of my favorite uh, cars that I did put into our top 10 list. I don't remember what episode, but we will put that episode up
So you
at
can
the
see
end
where
of
it is.
this,
Yeah.
and you can look through our top 10 of favorite movie cars. But yeah, Back to the Future trilogy, definitely my one of my favorite trilogies out of the 80s.
Yeah. Didn't for honorable mention, didn't Wayne's World come out in the 80s?
No, that was the 90s.
Was the 90s? Okay. I was trying to remember.
I'm gonna double check, but uh 92.
92. Okay.
Now SNL was doing Wayne's World in, I want to say it started in the 80s, but on SNL, but they did their first movie in 92. Anything about Back to the Future that resonated with you?
No, I think you hit everything on the head there. I don't think there's anything else to say about that.
So we're
So,
going to jump
6,
into your.
5, 4.
You want to jump into my number 4 or your number
Yeah,
4?
we'll go to your number 4 because we'll skip my number 4. because you have it there.
Okay. So number 4 for me was the Indiana Jones first trilogy. The last 2 movies I don't really want to count as Indiana Jones movies. Let's just say they happened. But the trilogy of Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade, those 3 movies were amazing. Just like Back to the Future, they always resonated with me. You always kind of wanted to go on an adventure with Indiana Jones, especially how Last Crusade started. You find out he used to be a Boy Scout.
Yep.
Of course he was. River Phoenix playing young Indy back then. Sean Connery prizing his role as old Henry Jones. But yeah, that trilogy probably was one of my most favorite trilogies, especially coming out of the 80s. Anything that why did you not put any of them on your list?
It would have been my honorable mentions. I wasn't that into Indiana Jones. I do like a lot of the actors in it. It was probably one of the movies that had like even the background actors actually did a really good job. There was a lot of scenes where they're just bad, but I think everyone did their job in that movie. I think that they did really good. But yeah, that would have been in my honorable mentions for sure if I remember to do them. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. It should have made it to my top 10. Like it could have maybe knocked out When Harry Met Sally, but.
So we're going to jump to your number 4, which is also my number 2.
Yep.
So Ghostbusters were both in the 80s, so I did lump them together. Obviously, as a big cosplayer of Ghostbusters, running a Ghostbusters group, I even have my own Ecto. Ghostbusters is definitely my number 2 on the list, right behind Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll post a picture of him somewhere over here somewhere when he's dressed up as
yeah.
In his stuff.
In fact, this past weekend I was a Ghostbuster on Saturday. Sunday I was lucky. But Ghostbusters, I pretty much like role played that as a kid all the way, and I'm still role playing it now. So let's put that. That's why I am the way I am. I believed in ghosts then. I believe in ghosts now, and it was hilarious. The actors flowed. They acted like they were.
It was meant to be.
They were already a team before they even shot the movie because they were in Saturday Night Live. They were in other movies together. I did mention that Eddie Murphy was supposed to be in this movie. However, he opted out to play Beverly Hills Cop. Same with John Belushi. However, he had an untimely death. And if you look at Slimer in certain ways, that's supposed to be John Belushi. I've seen documentaries and everything else on Ghostbusters and how they made it, especially with the last 2. And to me, it'll always be, those 2 movies will always be probably my favorite movies of the 80s.
Yeah, those will always be some of the best ones. I have it pretty low on my list, and it is both of them. You can't really have one without the other. They both
right.
went. It was almost seamless. They lost their license, and all of a sudden they got it back. So they left off where they left off.
Like a lot of people do say 2 is worse than 1. However, I like 2 just as much as 1. I like the Ecto in 2 better than 1. And a lot of the lines I usually quote from them, I quote from 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of good funny lines in two.
And your number 2
Is
is Dirty Dancing.
any dancing that's dirty? It's a good dance. Yeah, we've talked about this before. I know it's kind of one of those movies that you have to really like back then. The only reason why it's so high on my list is because I know what kind of movie it was with the public. Um, I remember this being one of the biggest movies of all time when back when we were younger. Everyone, like all the girls loved it, so you kind of had to watch it to get the girls. And back when I was that age, that's well, not that age, but in the '90s when we were watching it, I used to get the girls with that movie. Hey, let's go watch a movie.
80s.
'90s. I meant '90s.
This is 80s movies.
I know,
But you
but
watched it
watched
in
it in
the
the
90s.
'90s. I watched it in the '80s too, but I watched it in the
Oh,
'90s. It was one of those movies that you take the girl to go see at the theater if it's re-released. They're not really like the throwback Thursdays or whatever that they used to have at the Palace. You used to bring the girl there, or you should just bring them to your house and watch it. And that usually it was you had a lot of fun after that.
I
So
do have 2 short stories about Dirty Dancing. My first birthday party in grade school, they were playing that movie, and we weren't really watching it. It was just on, and until the one part when he lifts her up, I think we were all watching
oh
that part.
yep.
Uh, the other one was I was watching a video of the Universal movie parade, and they have 2 mini puffs. Uh, 2 of these guys uh, doing the Dirty Dancing lift up on their hood. And that's kind of what I stole from Universal, as I said in the previous podcast. But mine, I'm going to do the Titanic.
Oh yeah, that'd be good too. Yeah, I have like
So we're going to.
I was just
Sorry,
gonna say
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that was just one of the movies that if you don't have it at least in your honorable, it's a shame. That's how good that movie was, and you don't have it in
Do
your
you want
honorable
to do
because I'm
your
looking at
number
them right
one
now.
first or my number one?
Um, we've talked about yours multiple times. We actually had our own top 10 with those. So yeah, we'll talk
Same
about
with
yours.
yours. We talked to.
Yeah, we talked about both of them quite a bit. So I'll just go on mine. Top Gun was just that movie where he's my favorite. Like Tom Cruise is my favorite actor. So like ever since Top Gun, there's like um, Days of Thunder that was really good. That would be on my honorable mentions. I'm pretty sure that came out in the '80s also. But he came out with
It
both of
came
those
out
pretty soon.
just after.
Did it? Wow, I'm wrong on two of them today. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a whole bunch of movies in the '80s and '90s that were really good, but Top Gun was definitely my favorite out of all of them, just because it was like he was just that badass, um, trying to race a plane on his motorcycle. Like, who does that? He's not even wearing a helmet.
Well,
Like, and he gets the girl, and
it's
like,
California.
yeah, yeah. So it was like had a lot of stuff that just made the young boy in you want to get out and do things. I used to
Feel the
have,
need for speed.
yeah, I used to have the same, almost the same coat as what he did. Like I had the flight jacket with all the stuff all over it. It was very rare when I asked my parents for anything, but that was one of the things I really wanted was that jacket. And your number one are
My number
the
one,
Jedi's.
well, you have to loop those 2 together or else, well, you're not even a fan.
I forgot
Star
about them
Wars,
completely.
yes. Empire Strike. See, that's why they call me Geek Fool. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Well, if they're not on your list, you're not even a geek. Let's just put it that way. It's not that they were so well written and they flowed into each other so well. Empire Strikes Back, you have Han going into Carbonite, and then Return of the Jedi, they have to go save Han from Jabba the Hutt.
Yep.
Both movies are pretty much up there on anybody's list, unless you're a Lord of the Rings fan. But still, if you have not seen either of those movies with their predecessor in 77, New Hope, then you need to go back and watch the original trilogy of Star Wars at least.
Yeah, because people forget about them. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that they're in the 80s, but yeah, they definitely would have been on my list if I remembered. I just wasn't thinking Star Wars because we brought up Star Wars a couple times on the channel, and I'm just like, they had their moment. But yeah, so
I do have 3 honorable mentions.
I was just gonna say that.
If you want to count. 4 if you want to count Beetlejuice. My 3 were Adventures in Babysitting, Coming to America, and The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, those are pretty good ones. I did not do my one, so my honorable mention is Star Wars. Yeah, see, my dog knew. Yeah, right, bud.
Yep.
I wonder if I can get him on camera. Come here. Come here. Nope, he walked away. He doesn't like me.
All right.
Cloud, come
so
here.
we're going to jump into our
Hold on, someone wants to say
news. Hi. All right. Hi.
This is Cloud.
Hi.
Okay, go lay down, buddy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming. Good listening. Okay, go lay down. Down. He likes it so much that he doesn't want to leave me. Yes, our wrestling news, and this is our new screen for it.
Wow.
Okay, well, we're probably got to change it because it is. I did make it with AI, but this is kind of what I want for it. If you're wondering, something like this. I like it.
Hey, I didn't make it. That's pretty good. But the fact that we already have a little YouTube thing, that's hilarious.
Well, don't mind that. There's even a comic up in the top corner there, if you see it.
Yes, but what comic?
Oh, it's just a fake comic. It just says comic something on it. Comic out. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Yeah, so I forgot that I was leading this one off today because I actually had stuff to talk about. So we're at just over our time, but so I'll just bring this up really quick. Is the thing that I was worried about last time we talked about this with the King of the Ring and having Obafemi win it. I felt like it really took away the prestige of King of the Ring. Until this week when on Raw, Heyman came out, or I don't remember who came out first, but regardless, they were talking. And, Heyman was out in the ring talking. He had the cops protecting him and Brock. Well, that's never going to work. But he said, he mentioned something about how he gave up the title shot because facing Brock is more prestigious than any title, and the titles will always be there. And it's true. The titles will always be there. Maybe not those exact titles, but the titles will always be there. So they're trying to make it seem like his King of the Ring choice was Brock. And I think if they're going to do that, it's not as bad as what I felt like they're going to do, where they're just going to have him go win a belt right away. I think he needs to earn it. I do believe he's going to be the next big thing. He'll be the next Roman. Like he'll hold the title for a long, long time. But at the same time, I want to make sure that they don't take the prestigiousness of some events away just because he's going to be the next big thing. Because if you keep on pushing into people's face, they're just not going to want to see it anymore. So unfortunately, but they did do the right thing. They said that he gave away his rights to the title match, which opens up. Which opened up Cody versus Punk. So that's pretty good, and nobody cares about the other side. Was it going to Sammy versus Gunther? No. Who's Sammy facing? I forget. Yeah, I think it may be Gunther that he's supposed to be facing at SummerSlam. But regardless, nobody cares about that one. It's just a big belt. I think they did the right thing. Oh, you can't hear me? Uh-oh. What's going on? All right. Well, can you talk? Oh, I think your sound went off completely because I don't hear you either. All right. So, anyways, I gave you the WWE news. There's the original Geekin Out Eh WWE. Yeah. So I know. I know the sound's working on my side for sure. I don't know what happened on your side. I haven't touched any buttons. I don't think. There we go.
Now, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. When did it go off?
As soon as you started, as soon as I mentioned Alexa Bliss and Liv
Morgan?
Liv Morgan.
Okay, I must have missed you saying that. I don't know what the heck happened, but I muted myself. The stream caught everything, though. I was just telling
So.
I could see my stuff going, but I was just telling him how I agree with how they changed Obafemi to give up his rights to the belt to face Brock by making him more prestigious, by making Brock more prestigious. But that's also going to screw up in the future because it's going to be like, oh, if I win King of the Ring, I could challenge anybody, huh? Does it have to be for the belt?
To me, like King of the Ring, they shouldn't just make it into Royal Rumble. King of the Ring should be its own thing. Like, you should be still crowned king, and then later on down the road, like it shouldn't be just for a title match at SummerSlam. Later down the road, it should be like, oh, you won King of the Ring, you get the title match, or like automatically you get the title match, but it shouldn't be announced back then.
Yeah, so you talk about more of a Money in the Bank type deal, but where you can't just cash in whenever you want, but you can set up a match.
Right. Like
because you're the king, you're allowed to do what you want. That would be actually a really good way to do it.
King of the Ring kind of back in the day was more of a title than it was a title shot.
Oh,
the
king is the perfect example why King of the Ring was King of the Ring. He took that persona as king and he ran with it. That's how King of the Ring should be done. It should be done for roughly a year.
Yeah, like you should take King of the Ring as a title and then like look at King Booker, look at Corbin Dallas that just was King of the Ring. Look at I can't remember her name, the Queen of the Ring that just even Charlotte Flair, like Charlotte Flair still calls her queen.
Yeah.
Herself queen.
But, there is a new queen in the company now. They just changed someone's name to the Vision Queen.
Oh.
Yep.
But,
Maxine Dupree is now the Vision Queen.
Nia Jax used her Queen of the Ring persona for a while as well.
Yeah,
Like, to me, that should.
As much as I hate Nia, I did appreciate that she kept that going for so long.
Like, I like Nia for the fact that like she uses her persona and her size to her advantage, and she, like, even if she gets made fun of, she still uses it.
Yeah.
Like, especially like when her and Alexa Bliss were like friends in backstage, like she still played her role when she was on TV.
Yep, I agree.
But the one big surprise I do want to mention is the fact that CM Punk comes back and gets a title shot and wins. But you were in Chicago. That's what happens.
Yeah, I did bring that up. I did bring up how Obafemi stepping down, well, challenger Brock instead, opened up Cody versus Punk, which is kind of cool. But yeah, he should have had to have at least a couple matches after he came back. But I understand why they did it. And you wouldn't have got a pop really anywhere with Sammy winning now, because it's just, I don't know, it's just Sammy. Like, he's
Montreal.
Yeah, I just think that they needed to have a transitional champion just to get it over to Punk, because people want to see Punk versus Rhodes for sure.
To me, I don't think they should have gave it. They should have just had Rhodes carry it till SummerSlam and then Punk take it from him, because that was already teased right after WrestleMania anyway. Like, giving it to Sammy and then taking it away after 9 days, that's just like a little bitch tease. Like, I would have did that like if Punk got hurt or something.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they've been, because they didn't do it for a long time, where they're doing title changes on Raws and SmackDowns, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they've done a couple on the house shows where it actually just stuck.
Yeah, I believe that was Diesel won the title once.
Yeah.
On a house show. And that was just to show that like the house shows kind of mattered. And that was like way back then.
Yep. I don't know if it happened since, but I know titles have changed on NXT. Titles have changed on TNA also. None of the big ones,
right.
But like just little ones. And AAA is becoming big too. So.
Right. That's the one thing that's kind of bugging me, is like a lot of wrestlers that belong on WWE are going to AAA and winning titles there just to make AAA look good. I mean, AAA doesn't need to look good if they've been running themselves for the past 34 years.
Yeah.
Like, you have the Viking Warriors or whatever as their tag team champions, and now they're back in WWE. Oh, we want those champions too. Well, why don't you drop the AAA championship and then come after it?
Yep. If they win the titles, which I think they might, and they say, okay, well, now we're giving up these ones because they don't mean anything to us. But they can't do that. They have to figure out a way to get rid of the AAA titles, because they're not going to merge them. They'll just be double champions for a little bit.
Yeah, they could probably be double champions and then lose the AAA championship to someone in AAA, which should happen. Or kind of like the NXT title.
Or a group that you want to send to AAA. Let them win it on Raw, send them to AAA after that.
I would rather them win it on AAA. Like, someone from Raw going to AAA and winning it in AAA.
Yeah.
Like, AAA titles should be fought in AAA Same with NXT title should be fought in NXT. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like the SmackDown title being fought on Raw, what kind of like really confused me, concerning the fact that like yes, it was in Chicago. Whoop-de-doo.
I know. I thought the same thing. I was like, this is so stupid.
But
it looks like they're gonna have Aldis versus Gunther very soon.
Yeah, probably at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it looks like it. Or they're gonna save it a little longer to do. Event. They may do it with Jessica Carver's thing too, but I don't know if it'll be at SummerSlam. I think it'll be at something a little smaller.
Right.
So maybe the one after SummerSlam.
If they do that again.
Yeah, because then they could do those two at Evolution, and then the Gunther Aldis. I mean, you know that Aldis was a wrestler before, and Jessica wasn't, but right. She's been training. She looks really good now. She looks jacked. I'm following her on Facebook. Well,
Saturday night main event is coming up.
Yeah.
This Saturday, and then SummerSlam is like almost less than 2 weeks away, which is kind of weird. I always thought SummerSlam was like end of August, not beginning.
They changed it over the years. It has been later in the year before. It was.
Right.
It's not later in the year, later in the month. I knew what I was saying.
Well, that'll do it for episode 9 of Geekin Out Eh podcast. Stay geeky, my friends.
What? Wait, we did forget one thing that I wanted to bring up real quick. Having whatchamacallit, Chad Gable win that gauntlet match. I don't know if that was
to go for the IC title. Yeah, that was.
They're rushing it.
That was good. I mean, like
him just coming back and saying sorry for everything. I don't know if they should give him the belt though. I think Trick is.
I'm not saying give him the belt, but it's a good push for him to go for it.
Well, I can't wait to see him and Trick go at it. I like Trick.
He's not going for Trick. Isn't he going for?
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Penta,
yeah. I really don't care who wins that match. But I think Penta should hold it, honestly. All right. Now we're done. I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
All right. See you next time on Geekin Out podcast for episode 10.
9.
We'll have a little bit of
9.
Talk about what's coming up in San Diego Comic-Con, which is coming up. And we'll do a small review of the recent Comic-Con. I was just part of FanCon. We could have did this episode, but we have a little too much news to talk about.
Yeah, you might as well wait for the summoning also.
Right. We could talk about the summoning as well as FanCon.
Yeah, I will be missing the summoning because I will be in Chatham for shameless plug. My movie. I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna put it up today. Let me go to. Oh yeah, look at that. It's just us. It's just us now. I'm gonna go to. Sorry, by the time that comes out, that's why I'm not putting it up because it's by the time you guys see this, it'll already be done. But yeah, it is this Saturday, so I can't wait to go. And again, the kitty came to visit us. She doesn't want me to hold
kitty.
her. Oh, now she's in my face. All right.
So we'll see you next time, next week. Same geek channel, same geek time.
Peace. Love you guys. Be good to each other.